I questioned Jessa about the debt. What kind of debt are we talking about here? I asked, leaning in to catch every nuance in her expression. Jessa's gaze turned distant for a moment, as if sifting through fragments of conversations she'd rather forget. She took a deep breath, her shoulders tightening. Rory wasn't one to discuss his troubles with anyone, but from what I could piece together, it was a pretty significant sum. He fell into some bad company after his last breakup, started gambling, and losing. Gambling. Rory never seemed the type, I said, more to myself than to her. It was a side of Rory I hadn't known, a side he'd managed to keep well hidden under layers of bravado and charm. Desperation does strange things to people, Jessa remarked softly. He wanted to keep you out of it, Lydia. He was trying to handle it himself, but Dan wasn't the kind of person you could just brush off. I clutched the napkin with the address, feeling a mix of resolve and anxiety. Thanks, Jessa. I'll be careful. She nodded, anxiety etched on her ink-streaked face. If you need backup, you know where to find us. Rory's friends are still his, even in his absence. The air outside was charged with purpose. Each step I took was a mantra of determination. The address led me to a shady part of town where desperation was as common as the cracked pavement beneath my feet. Dan's place was a dingy apartment building with a flickering neon sign that read, "Rentals Available." I scanned my surroundings, likely witnesses for when things got rough. Taking a deep breath, I walked up to the peeling door and knocked, the sound echoing like the prelude to a confrontation. A gruff voice from the other side demanded, "Who's there?" "Lydia, a friend of Rory's," I responded, my voice steadier than I felt. The door creaked open just enough for a pair of eyes to scrutinize me before it swung wider, revealing a man whose appearance screamed trouble. He looked me up and down with a sneer. "What do you want?" "I want to talk about Rory and the debt," I said, meeting his stare with all the courage I could muster. His eyes narrowed, a dangerous glint flashing within them. "Rory's debt isn't your problem, but if you're looking to settle it, we can talk." And that's when I knew things were about to get even more complicated.